You've all heard of Smile Dog, right? That terrifying picture of a husky smiling in a demonic way. Yeah, that one. Well, I was looking at the internet memes and scary stories a few months ago. I stumbled across an urban legends video, which I found intriguing. I watched the video and it told us a few basic facts about spontaneous human combustion and sleep paralysis. The video also contained a couple of screamers to kill the mood a little. The end story was of Smile Dog. It simply presented the picture and told the viewer the legend. I researched it a bit more and found it to be terrifying but quite cool. I began to talk about it to my friends in school the next day. It turned into something of a common interest. People would often use it jokingly, like in a history lesson our teacher told us that he collapsed on the floor, and my friend leaned towards me and said, "I guess he saw Smile Dog," and it would often make us laugh. When we found other stories such as Red Mist or Squidward Suicide in Kendall Cove, we dropped the subject of Smile Dog for a while after that. In our school we often talked to this boy. He was called Michael. He was a strange child. He never spoke to us and he would often keep to himself. We had no idea where he would be at lunchtimes. He wouldn't be hanging out with us, but we found it to be none of our concern. He would often leave lessons early to visit a hospital, as he was rather a sickly child. He had told me of only a few of his afflictions, the most noticeable being epilepsy and schizophrenia. He would never show signs of these though. If we mentioned them, he would often laugh them off and dismiss them. He approached me one day and inquired about Smile Dog. I replied, "Oh, that thing. Yeah, that's obviously fake. Can I see it?" I didn't save it or anything, but just look at it, okay? I was busy with homework at the time, and when people try to talk to me I am rather irritable. I walked off without looking back. I didn't see Michael the next day. He was supposed to be in a few of our lessons, but he wasn't there. Nobody, not even the teachers, knew where he was. It was our first lesson. I was called into the headmaster's office. The headmaster sat me down in front of his desk and told me, "Your friend Michael has been instated to a physiatric hospital. Apparently he saw something scary and keeps having visions of it. Have you any idea what that might be?" I immediately remembered Smile Dog. "Yes, sir." The headmaster immediately brought up his computer and I was faced with the Google search engine. I changed the search to images and typed in Smile Dog. I showed the headmaster the full unedited image of Smile Dog. He said, "Oh my," and told me that Michael wanted to see me. He immediately arranged transport for me to the psychiatrist's hospital. I entered the colossal building with the headmaster, where he was stopped by a doctor and said Michael only wanted his friend. I'm afraid the headmaster gave me a bewildered look and I said, "That's fine. You see in a few minutes." I strolled down the large, intimidating corridor and reached room 204. The room had a padded floor and wall and light. No windows except a minuscule viewing slot through the door. I walked in and almost vomited. Michael was laying face down in the middle of the room, with his hands still gripped tight on his neck. He was dead. There was a hastily scrawled note next to him. It was for me. "Josh, I saw the Smile Dog you showed me. It's everywhere. No matter what we can do, it cannot be stopped. It appears even in the brightest moments of your life. It will always be watching, never moving. It will not go away. Why did they put me in this room? Why? I had no escape. No matter how much I kicked off, the doctors would not believe me. This way was the only way out. What if the dog is still here during death? Well, you were weak, incapacitated. He will drag you down to hell from where he once came. This is the reality, Josh. Do not ever mention Smile Dog again." I pocketed the note and alerted the doctors upon further inspection of the body. hand was blocking a horrifying vicious bite to his neck. His teeth matched that of a dog's. A Siberian husky.